Okay, this is page 3 of the 3.4 notes, and I've got one more problem on paper here, but I am going to add just a little bit more information on the bottom here. How to handle certain situations when you've got a kind of a strange remainder. All right, so the divisor is x minus 4. Let me get that written down here. And the dividend is 2x cubed minus 9x squared. And then we notice, or we hope we notice, that there's no x term here, so you have to add this 0x. It always has to be a descending power, third power, second power, first power, and now we tack that constant to 21 on the end. Okay, we got it set up. Now what we're going to do here is try to match the front term with the front term by multiplying up here. So what do you have to multiply x by to make it look like this? And the answer is 2x squared, so I'm going to put 2x squared in there. All right, 2x squared times x gives 2x cubed. That's the first station. You want that to match. Then 2x squared times negative 4. And after we subtract this whole expression by changing it to adding the opposite, you can see that now these cancel. So ultimately, that's what you want, these to cancel. All right, now this gives, when you add these, negative 1x squared, and you bring down the next part of the problem. Okay, so this x has to turn into negative 1x squared, and so we'll make that happen by multiplying by that. Negative 1x times x is negative 1x squared. They match, which is what you want. This times this is plus 4x. And we'll be subtracting here. So at this point, you'll change it to adding the opposite, and these cancel. These add up to negative 4x, and we're going to bring down the next part of the problem. So you keep this loop going. You do the same steps over and over again here. So now we need the front one to match the front one, and I'm going to do that by multiplying this by negative 4. Negative 4 times x. Sure enough, they match. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16, and we'll be subtracting that expression, which is the same as adding the opposite. And now they cancel when you add, and here you get a remainder of 5. So you just simply tack on positive 5, and then over x minus 4. Now, if this had been negative 5, I would have put a minus there. So here's your quotient. Okay, the one extra piece of information that I wanted to do for you here is to show you how to handle a remainder that isn't just a whole number like this one was. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend we're doing a problem here, and I'm going to shortcut most of it. So let's say you're dividing 3x squared minus 5x plus 8 into some expression here. And after you do all this work, you get down to the very end and you have a remainder of negative 3x plus 7. So how do you actually take the quotient that you've built so far and finish this remainder off? What you're going to do is use a plus sign and then put the whole expression just as it is down there on the top, and then this divisor goes on the bottom. And that would be your quotient at that point. So sometimes you don't end up with whole numbers down here, you end up with expressions, and that's how you handle it. Okay, so that does it for the note set 3.4, and this was page 3. And I hope this is good enough that you guys can get these problems done without too much trouble.